There is a moment every cat owner fears. Not a sound, not a warning, just absence. One day, the cat that slept beside you, the cat that knew your routines, the cat that always came back, is suddenly gone. Doors were closed. Food was left behind. Nothing seemed wrong. Yet the cat left. Across cultures, myths, and quiet personal stories, there is an unsettling belief. When a cat leaves its home without reason, it may not be running away. It may be answering a call. Not a human call. Something older. Something unseen. Tonight, we explore the ancient belief that when a cat disappears, it is responding to a supernatural summons. And why this idea has survived for thousands of years. Cats have never been viewed as ordinary animals. In ancient Egypt, they were guardians of the threshold between life and death. In Japan, they were watchers of spirits. In Celtic lore, they were believed to walk freely between realms. Unlike dogs, cats were never seen as servants. They were observers. Cats stare at corners where nothing appears to be. They react to empty spaces. They listen to silence as if it speaks. For centuries, people believed cats could perceive energies, spirits, and disturbances that humans cannot. This is why, in many traditions, cats were thought to be messengers. Not carrying letters, but carrying awareness. So when a cat leaves home suddenly, some cultures believe it isn't abandoning its family. It is responding to something calling from beyond the visible world. The supernatural call is never described as loud. It doesn't roar. It doesn't shout. It pulls. Stories describe cats becoming restless days before they leave. They pace. They stare outside longer than usual. They stop sleeping deeply, as if something is aligning. According to folklore, this call comes during moments of imbalance. When death is near. When spiritual boundaries thin. When an energy must be guarded or guided. Cats are believed to sense these shifts instinctively. And when the call arrives, it cannot be ignored. Not because cats are obedient, but because they are attuned. They do not decide to answer. They simply know it is time. One chilling detail repeats in these stories. The cat leaves alone. No noise. No goodbye. No hesitation. In myth, this is intentional. The journey the cat is answering cannot be shared. Human presence interferes. Attachment anchors energy. The cat must move freely. Unobserved. Unchased. Unchained. Some legends say cats leave to guide a spirit. Others say they leave to guard a place where a crossing is occurring. And some say the cat becomes a temporary vessel. A living boundary between realms. This is why many believe searching desperately for the cat can disrupt its purpose. Not because the cat doesn't care, but because it is doing what it has always done. Protecting balance. One of the oldest beliefs is that cats sometimes leave because their task is complete. Not just as pets, but as guardians. There are countless stories of cats disappearing shortly before or after major life events. The death of a family member. The end of a long illness. A move that changes everything. A spiritual awakening. In these stories, the cat's presence was never random. It stayed when it was needed. It left when the protection was no longer required. Some traditions believe cats absorb negative energy over time. Silently, patiently. And when that energy reaches a threshold, the cat must leave to release it elsewhere. Not out of cruelty, but out of necessity. Science offers explanations, of course. Territory, instinct, disorientation. But science cannot explain timing. Why some cats leave without warning after years of routine. Why some never return, even when survival is unlikely. Why others are found peaceful, as if their journey ended exactly where it was meant to. Even when science explains the mechanism, something remains. An absence that feels intentional. A silence that feels meaningful. Not fear, just purpose. If a cat leaves your home suddenly, folklore says you are not meant to chase the reason. You are meant to listen. Cats do not abandon lightly. They do not forget love. They do not wander aimlessly. If one leaves, it may be because a cycle has closed, a protection has ended, or a greater balance required their presence elsewhere. This belief doesn't demand faith. It asks for respect, for the idea that not everything is loss. Some things are transitions. Maybe cats don't disappear. Maybe they depart, answering something older than instinct, quieter than reason, stronger than attachment. So the next time you hear a story about a cat that left without a trace, remember this: some journeys aren't meant to be witnessed. Some guardians don't stay forever. And some calls can only be answered by those who walk between worlds.
If you love this cat myth story, share and subscribe for more cat myths.